and welcome to this edition of Everything Home. Today on our show we're going to teach you how to clean out a dryer vent line using this little product right here. You can pick this up at usually Home Depot or Lowe's, somewhere like that. It's about $20 and it'll extend up to 12 feet. So if you have a fairly long dryer vent line, this will work up to 12 feet. Comes with a little 4-inch brush, and that fits your standard 4-inch vent line. Now this will work on most systems, but you want to make sure that you don't use it on a soft vent line or a corrugated line that actually is flexible. You want to use it on a solid one because it can actually tear that. I'll show you what I mean in a few minutes when we go inside and look at this system. If yours vents directly real close to the dryer and vents outside, then you might only need to use a little brush like this, and it's very simple. So let's go get inside. We'll get started on this. I'll show you what I mean by flexible vent tube as opposed to a solid vent tube, and we'll get this cleaned out. Let's start to get this dryer out of the way. The nice thing is the dryer is much lighter than a washing machine. We're going to have to reach in, open the door, and kind of lift up on it to get it over the laminate flooring. So let's take a look back behind here first. Okay, so we're going to look behind here, and obviously this dryer has not been moved for a while because we can only imagine now how dirty that vent line is going to be. So what we're going to want to do is disconnect this flexible vent line and unplug it. Now if you have a gas dryer, you're going to have to disconnect the vent line and disconnect the gas line. So let's get that done and get this out of the way and get this cleaned up a little bit. So after about a roll of paper towels and a bunch of cleaner, we finally have the floor a little bit cleaner. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. So let me zoom in here on this vent pipe. Now when we took all this off and we got inside there, we realized there's a bunch of water actually in there, and that's the condensation from them running their dryer and the vent being clogged up. So one of the issues they had was it was taking 3 cycles to actually be able to dry their clothes. So down inside this vent, there's actually a little pocket down below. Now the vent goes up, but in the wall there's a little pocket within this vent that traps some of the lint, and it actually traps some of the moisture, so there's a lot of water in that. So what we're going to want to do now is we're going to trace where this pipe goes and find the end of it, and then determine what's the best way to clean it out. Here we are in the attic, in the crawl space right by where the heating and air conditioning unit is, and I know that the dryer comes up right in this area because the dryer is directly below that. So this actual solid piece of pipe here is actually the dryer vent, and this is what I call a flexible vent line, and this is used typically on that's for an exhaust fan vent, but sometimes they will actually use those for dryer vents, which isn't really up to code anymore, but previously if you have an older house they might have used that line. So if you have that type of line, you're not going to want to use, because you see the bends in it, you're not going to want to use that because you could poke holes within it. So we see this going straight up, and they both exhaust out of the same vent on the top of the roof. So let's go upstairs and take a look at it from up there. Okay, so we're up on the roof now, and you can see there's quite a few different stacks coming out of the roof. But we know that by the position of where that vent pipe's coming up, that this one right here is actually the one that we'll be removing to get access to the vent pipe. I don't like this type of vent as much as I do these, because these come off a lot easier, but we can't change the fact of what they put on in the beginning when they built this house. Okay, so this one's probably been taken off before because there's a screw in here. Normally there's a couple rivets that hold this in place and you can't remove it. So we're going to take this screw out, and then we're going to kind of just bend this back. As you can see, here's the solid dryer vent coming out, and then this is the vent from the exhaust fan from the bathroom. So we're going to be cleaning out this one. I don't really like this type of vent setup because you've got 2 coming out of one, where you get lint that's still going to make it all the way up here and come out and actually can go down into this one. It's not going to clog it up, but you're going to get it coming down there because it doesn't flow directly out. It's going to want to go down the path of least resistance. Alright, so let's get our things and clean this out. Okay, so we've attached our brush head to 2 of the extension poles, and what we're going to do is we're going to start feeding it down into there, and we're going to hook it up to our drill and slowly work our way down. As we go down, we're going to have the drill on the tightening. You see the dust coming out. The drill on the tightening, and slowly work it down into there as you're going. Now you want to make sure that the drill's set to tighten, whether you're coming down or going up. That way you don't unscrew. If it catches, it doesn't unscrew that head off the end. So we've gone down that far. We're going to add another piece to it. We're actually adding 2 pieces. We're going to reconnect our drill and go down even farther. Now we've gone all the way down and we've reached the bottom where we can feel it. We're going to start coming back out. Perfect. It's all cleaned out from the top. So now we're going to put this all back together, and then we're going to go downstairs and clean it out from the bottom up. Okay, now that we've gone in from the top, we're just going to go up about 3 feet from the bottom, and we're going to slide this in there, and then we're going to work it around to make that first initial hard turn right there. Now this one goes up really sharp, so it's really hard to get it in there. Once we have it in there, we're going to attach our drill. And even though you're going up or down, you want to make sure that your drill is basically in the tightening mode, so it's going clockwise. Otherwise you'll unscrew the head off of this. So even when you're going out, you want to keep it that same direction. We're going to slowly shoot this up a little bit. We're not going to go up real far. About 3 or 4 feet, because we've already cleaned it out from the top. Okay. Now a lot of this is kind of wet because we had that pocket down here in the bottom that had water in it. So we're going to clean that out and get the rest of this out, and then once that's cleaned out, we'll be able to put everything back together, and it should not take too long to dry. They're closed. Shouldn't take 3 cycles. We should be able to get it done in a single cycle now. Okay, we've got the dryer line reconnected to the dryer and then to the wall. Now because this is such a tight space, we've got to have the dryer pulled out pretty far and a pretty long flexible vent line. So I'm going to show you as we push it in a little secret to help get it in without kinking that line. Okay, so as we slide this back into place, and being that it's such a tight area, there's always a tendency of that dryer flexible line getting kinked. So what we're going to do is as we slide it in, we're going to use a broomstick or something that's long enough to help guide that hose as we bring it back. Now that we're in close enough, we're going to plug it back in. And then sometimes I like to turn it on as we're sliding it back in, because that puts some pressure on that hose. And we're going to try to slide it in as far as we can without kinking that hose. That's about as far as we're going to get that in.